Morning, good. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's Dr. Delatoro. I hope and pray you're doing wonderfully well on today. Listen, y'all, my friends, I'm pumped and excited. Welcome to the morning shift. It's your main man, Dr. Delatoro. Y'all, I'm pumped about this day, this beautiful day. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy November 30th to you. Happy the last day of the month of November, y'all. Happy first day post Black Friday and post Cyber Monday, right? Are y'all with me? Come on, Mr. Patchett. I see you, Coach. I see you. What's up, man? How are you? Good morning, everybody. Do me a favor in the comments, make some noise. Let me know where you're checking in from. I'm really pumped and excited that you all are rocking out with me. I wanted to wish you all a beautiful, beautiful happy Thanksgiving gratitude weekend. I hope you enjoyed time with family and friends and all that good stuff. Hopefully you ate well. Hopefully you fellowshiped well and you expressed love and appreciation for those that you love and care about. Y'all, it's the morning shift. It's Dr. Del Toro. I'm pumped and excited about these morning sessions. So, and I'm really, really looking forward to growing and connecting with each and every one of you all and taking things to that next level. So it's going to be powerful, powerful time together. This morning, I'm excited about today's conversation because I want to talk to you about something powerful. And I want to ask you an honest question. Have you ever experienced rejection in life? I want to talk to you about rejection. I'm talking to you from my book. My brand new book is called Shift into a Higher Gear, Better Your Best and Live Life to the Fullest. This book came out October 19th, which is National Evaluate Your Life Day. And so I'm really, really pumped and excited about it and the massive impact that this book is making all around the planet. Y'all, I'm pumped and I'm excited. And I want to just share something really quickly with you. I was led this morning to talk to you all about a subject that I really, really believe is important. And I really want us to have this conversation around rejection. And so I'm coming to you all the way from chapter number 11 in the book. Chapter number 11 in the book. Each chapter has a really cool illustration. And so chapter 11 in the book is Shift to Defensive Driving to Avoid the Potholes that you're going to encounter along the way. And I want to kind of stop right there and just kind of share something with you that I think is going to be inspiring for each and every one of you all as we get ready to go into this new year. Robert Kennedy, what's going on? Javon, I love you, my friend. Appreciate you greatly. Listen, as we are closing out 2021 and we're preparing for 2022, one of the biggest things that I talk to high achievers about, influencers about, is this whole conversation around really embracing overcoming the fear of rejection. Y'all, here's the truth, y'all. The fear of rejection is, and I want y'all to share this broadcast because this is going to be a powerful teaching this morning. So you really want to share this broadcast. But I need y'all to understand something, y'all. The fear of rejection is real. And a lot of people struggle with going after their hopes, their goals, their dreams, their visions, their aspirations because they're afraid of rejection. So here's one of the things that I think is really important. And one of the things that I love to do in this book is I like to unmask fear, because I think so many times, y'all, we don't really honestly assess how fear tries to come after our lives and tries to come after our goals and dreams. And so fear disguises itself. We'll talk more about that later. But I want to talk specifically in this video about the importance of how fear tries to come after us as it pertains to our fear of rejection, right? Because one of the things you got to understand is that when you say, okay, I'm afraid of something, you got to get clear about what you're afraid of. You got to name it. If you're not willing to name it, right, then you can't really get clear about how to overcome it, because you can't conquer what you don't confront, and you can't confront what you don't identify. Whoop, I'm gonna say it again. Back that whole train up. I want y'all to type it in the comments. You can't conquer what you don't confront, and you can't confront what you don't identify. And so one of the things that I really believe that's very, very important, y'all, is that if we want to take our lives to the next level, if we really want to take our goals and dreams and our businesses to the next level, one of the things that we absolutely must do is we must define what the things are that we're concerned or we're afraid of, right? So instead of just saying, I'm afraid of something, get rid of I'm afraid and shift over into I'm not afraid. I'm afraid of this specific thing. Here's a perfect example of what I mean by this. And then we're going to get into rejection. I coach people in speaking all around the world. And public speaking is considered one of the number one fears all around the world. And what's interesting to me is that I love something that was just shared on Instagram. They said, listen, my fear is putting money into my business and then it fail. That's a real legitimate fear. That's an honest fear, right? And I appreciate you for sharing that, because here's the truth, y'all. Until you can name it, you can't get victory over it. Until you can say what I'm afraid of. So, for example, a lot of people say they're afraid of public speaking, and they're really not. They're afraid of a public opinion. They're afraid of criticism. They're afraid of critique. They're afraid of pressure. They're afraid of all lights being on them. Does that make sense? All eyes being on them. So a lot of times it's not so much public speaking that they're afraid of. They're afraid of something that's inside of public speaking. And so I love what someone just shared on Instagram. It's like, my fear is this. You got to name it. You got to be able to call it out so you can address it, y'all. I need you to fire off in the comments. You got to be able to call it out so you can address it. Because as long as it's just a fear, it's too general. It's too broad. Does that make sense? So you got to get clear about what the concern is. I'm afraid of being hurt again in a relationship. That's why I don't commit. I'm afraid of investing my time into a person and then they end up cheating on me. That's specific. I'm afraid of investing money in my business and it not go where I want it, the direction I want it to go. Does that make sense? So get clear about the thing that you're trying to get victory over so that you can really get victory over it. I'm afraid if I invest in my kids in this way, they're not going to appreciate it. If I buy my kid that keyboard they say they want, they're going to use it for the first week and then they're just going to collect dust. Does that make sense? What specifically is the concern? What specifically is the fear? And once you can specifically name a thing, then you can overcome that thing more powerfully. Does that make sense, everybody? Give me some hearts. Give me some likes. You got to be able to specifically name it, right? That's right. God didn't give us a spirit of fear, right? That's right. Call out those insecurities. He didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Power to get clear about what you're concerned about. Because here's the truth is, y'all, most of us worry about stuff that's never going to even happen. We worry and we have angst and concern about stuff that's not even going to happen. So one of the things that I really want to encourage you all to do is really, really begin to start operating more in faith. And that's one of the things that we talk about in this book. Really, and I'm not talking about like religious faith. I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm not talking about, because everybody's got different denominations. I don't care about all that. I'm talking about operating in a God ordained belief in yourself, man. That things are going to work out in your favor, right? That life is going to work out for you. That things are going to work out for you. That God has good plans for your life. Come on, somebody. Plans to prosper you, plans to hook you up, plans to bless you, plans to make things work out on your behalf. Does that make sense, y'all? So listen, let's jump into this. I really want to talk about this conversation of the fear of rejection, right? Because one of the things that I really believe is really, really important, y'all, is that we have to actually be able to talk about this whole concept of maneuvering around the pothole of rejection. And I don't know why God's got me talking about rejection this morning, but if you know that this conversation is going to be a blessing to you already, just fire off in the comments and say, this is going to bless me already. I just need you to fire off in the comments and say, this is going to bless me already. I just need to know that, because that's important to me. If you know that this is going to be important for you, I need you to say, this is going to bless me already. Let's have a quick conversation about this whole notion of maneuvering around the pothole of rejection. And the reason why I want you to focus on this, which is what we talk about in chapter 11 of the book, is because this, y'all. See, going over a pothole in an automobile is an inconvenience. Going over a pothole on a motorcycle can kill you. It's just that frank, y'all. I'm going to say it again. Going over potholes, I want you to look at the graphic. Look at the graphic, y'all. Going over potholes in an automobile, it's a little bit inconvenient. Boom, boom, right? Going over that same pothole on a motorcycle can be fatal. So what we learn in motorcycle riding is that you don't go over potholes, you maneuver around them. Come on, somebody. You maneuver around them. I see you, Rhonda. God bless you. Come on, somebody. I see you, Pastor Ballard. Appreciate you. Come on, right? I see you, Ebony. Come on. I see it. I see you, Garen. I appreciate you, right? I think it's so vitally important that we talk about this. So rejection is not something that you want to learn how to just kind of deal with and glaze over. It's something that you want to learn how to maneuver around so that you can avoid it. Does that make sense? And the reason why potholes are so dangerous the motorcycle way, the whole purpose of this book is to teach you how to live life the bike way so that you can live life to the fullest and live your best life. And so I'm teaching you lessons and metaphors about how the motorcycle ride of your life, right, can literally living your life the motorcycle way can be transformational for your life and your business. That's the whole crux of the book. So it's a different twist. Brian Tracy wrote the foreword to this book, calls this a game changer and a first in the personal development industry. Les Brown, Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, Pastor DeHarius Daniels, Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant, so many amazing people, Dr. Shirley Davis, so many remarkable people have already endorsed this book and said it's an absolute game changer for their lives personally and professionally. And so I'm really, really excited about that, y'all. I want to talk about rejection. If you've ever been rejected before, in the comments, I want you to say, I've been rejected before. And if I was typing in the comments, I would type it in as well, because I've been rejected before. And let's talk about what rejection looks like. So let me go ahead and go to that page and just kind of unpack a few things for you. Rejection can take on many forms, y'all. But nobody likes to be rejected. Nobody likes to not be chosen. Nobody likes to not be picked. Nobody likes to not be selected. Nobody likes to not be the one that got called out. Nobody likes to go up to the list of people that made it and not see their name. No one likes rejection. It ain't fun. But we got to have an honest conversation about it, because we can't get victory over it until we're willing to be honest about it. Rejection stings. It's challenging when you didn't get picked. It's challenging when you went after something and you didn't get it. Rejection takes on a lot of forms. Maybe you swiped right to match with somebody and they didn't swipe right to match with you on a dating app. Come on, somebody. Maybe your kids are at the age now where they don't need you as much as they used to. That feels like rejection. Maybe your significant other or your spouse didn't want to be intimate with you at a particular time when you wanted to be intimate. That feels like rejection. Maybe the friends that you were cool with back in college, they've moved on with their professional lives and personal lives. They got kids now. Boom. And at the end of the day, my friend, I think it's so vitally important that we learn that you have to understand the importance of the fact that rejection is going to show up. It's gonna show up as you go out for things, as you go out for parts. You might not get every part you go after. As you go after speaking engagements, you might not get every speaking gig that you go after. As you put your best foot out there, as you put out webinar content, not everybody's gonna subscribe to your webinar. As you put out content for a conference, not everybody's gonna actually run through the door to register for your conference. And the people that you see that are kicking butt and taking names in conferences and events now, they were doing it for years. They have big teams behind them. They have all kinds of support behind them. They made sure that they put things in and around their business and their brand to hedge from rejection. Y'all, rejection can take on so many different forms. But I need you to understand something. I want everyone to write this in the comments. Rejection is hidden selection. I need you to write that down in the comments. Rejection is hidden selection. I need you to write that down in the comments. Come on, somebody. All right. Dr. Ballard said, this is going to bless me already. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Come on. I see you, Ebony. She's like, amen. Come on, somebody. Good morning, shifters. That's what it's all about, y'all. At the end of the day, I need you guys to understand something powerful. Y'all, rejection is hidden selection. Every single one of us have been chosen to do something incredible with our lives, but we have to understand that you're going to experience rejection on the way. So watch this. Let me ask you a question. If you're going to experience rejection on the way to something big, and you're going to experience rejection on the way to something small, then my friend, you might as well go for the big. I need somebody to type that in the comments for me. If you're going to experience rejection on the way to something big, and you're going to experience rejection on the way to something small, you might as well go for the big thing. I'll wait. Come on, somebody. If you're going to experience rejection on the way to something big, or you're going to experience rejection on the way to something small, let's go ahead and make the outcome incredible. You got to get your hands on this book. You got to get your hands on the workbook, y'all. Get the book from Amazon. Get the workbook from shiftingtoahighergear.com. Get this content, y'all. It's game changing for you in your personal life and in your professional life. You might as well go for the big. Y'all, rejection is going to show up every single where that you can imagine, right? Maybe you tried for a sporting event that didn't work out. Maybe certain members of your family don't invite you. How many of y'all have members of your family that don't invite you to certain functions and you don't even know why, but you just don't get invited to certain functions? Y'all, here's the truth, y'all. That feels like rejection. It feels like you're not included. It feels like you're not being a part of certain things. It happens, y'all. It's honest, y'all. Maybe you get rejected for maybe you didn't get the amount of money that you wanted in your EIDL loan. Maybe watch this. Maybe you didn't get the mortgage that you needed to buy the house or the investment property that you wanted, right? Y'all, rejection takes on many, many forms. But no matter how rejection shows up, I need everybody to type this in the comments. This is going to bless you. Rejection is hidden selection. You've been chosen for something else. Every time life says, watch this, every time life says no to one thing, it's saying yes to something else. There is no way that you can be rejected for something without being set apart for something different. So rejection is hidden selection. I need you to know that, y'all. I've experienced all kinds of rejection in my life. I mean, rejection when I was in the 6th grade, told academically I wasn't going to amount to much of anything. In college, I wanted to pledge a frat, and it just didn't work out. It just wasn't in the cards for me, right? Experienced rejection with that, going after certain scholarships, getting into college. I didn't get every scholarship I went after, but I got the ones that counted the most. I didn't get accepted into every college, but Florida State said yes, and I finished with a master's degree in 5 years with a 4.0 and no debt. Rejection is hidden selection. If you didn't get picked for one thing, it's because you've been chosen for something else, my friend. And I need you to understand that. What is hidden selection? What is hidden selection? What that means is a lot of times we think, okay, if I got a no, then that means that there's no way that, in other words, we process rejection as if we failed. And rejection is not failure. Rejection just means that particular thing was not best for you. So it's almost like a rerouting, right? It's almost like it's like life reroutes you, right? When you don't get chosen for something, that means you've been rerouted for something better. That means you've been chosen for something better, something more specific, something more powerful, something more profound. And you got to be okay with the fact that life is not always going to give you the yes the first time. And if you've been rejected for anything, my friend, that just means you've been chosen for something different, chosen for something unique, and you got to embrace that. I remember when I was getting my reality show off the ground, and a lot of the networks wanted me to make my reality show negative. They wanted me to put a lot of toxicity in the show that I wasn't willing to put in the show. So guess what? I said, I'll go and I'll produce it my own, put it out online, put it on Roku, Amazon, Apple TV, all this. Yo, I did all that to make sure that at the end of the day, I kept the integrity of my show. If someone rejects you in a relationship, all that means, listen, someone's trash is another person's treasure. If someone didn't see you for the value that you bring to the table, that means you've been chosen, you've been demarked, you've been selected to, watch this, it's called dodging a bullet. Sometimes we get rejected for things in business and we think, man, that's the thing I really wanted. Maybe that's God's way of helping you dodge a bullet. You didn't realize that if you got the yes that you wanted, that would have been the worst thing for you. You think it would have been great, but it would have been the worst thing for you. Somebody said they're lost. Come on, somebody. It's so vitally important that you understand that if you really want to take your life to the next level, if you really want to take your goals and dreams to the next level, it is vitally important, my friend, that you understand that rejection is hidden selection. This content I know is blessing your life. You guys are commenting like crazy on it. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all, rejection is hidden selection. You've been chosen for something different. God closed that door on purpose. And so there's times when, y'all, I honestly pray the prayer. I say, God, if this isn't what you have for me, shut that door. Close that door. That's how I know that you don't want me to go in that direction. Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, I want him to open up. Listen, he's going to open up doors that no man can shut anyway. So I want God's wisdom in my decision making so that I can go down the right path. But when you've been rejected, when things didn't work, let me just kind of give you a little bit of insight here, because y'all, rejection can take a lot of forms. And so I just want to share something with you. If you've been rejected, if you've been turned down, if people have told you no, I want you to all, especially in business, I want you to write this down. No means next. Write that down. Everybody, do me a favor. Just quickly write that down, right? Because I want to help you guys, and I want to encourage you with something powerful, y'all. I'm about to let you know that if you've been rejected, you're in really good company. If you've been rejected, you're in really good company. And the reason why I say that is because, y'all, you got to understand something. Everybody that's incredible was rejected numerous times before they got to incredible. Everybody that's incredible now had to go through a whole lot in order to get to where they are now seen as incredible. They had to fail a lot. You had to knock on a bunch of doors. You had to kiss a lot of frogs. You're gonna watch this. I love something that John Maxwell taught me, right? He said this. He said, you're gonna lose money trusting people. He said, but you're gonna make a whole lot more money trusting people. He said, you're gonna lose some money trusting people. In other words, some people are going to do you wrong. They're going to do you dirty. But you're going to make a whole lot more money trusting people. So he said, Dr. Del Toro, learn to trust people. Learn to build a team. Learn to confide in folks so you can go to the next level and build your brand correctly. And I thought that was powerful, y'all. I need you to understand something. Rejection, y'all, is hidden selection. You've been chosen for something else, Jimmy. You've been chosen for something else, Arthur. You've been chosen for something else, Ebony. You've been set aside. You are peculiar. You are different. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. You are going to stand out. Share this broadcast with someone who's struggling with rejection right now, struggling with not being picked, not being chosen, not being seen, not being recognized, not being admitted, not being the one that was validated. And sometimes, y'all, the reason why we struggle with rejection is because we're waiting for outside validation of internal truth. You're looking for an outside solution to an internal problem. So some of the reasons why we experience rejection is because, y'all, we're constantly looking for external validation for an intrinsic. And my friend, I need you to look inward. I need you to go within yourself. I need you to take an inner shower. Y'all missed that one. Somebody typed it in the comments. Dr. Michael Beckwith taught me that one. He said, we're so used to putting water and soap on our outer being, our skin. He said, when was the last time you took an inner shower? Good God have mercy, right? Look within. You got to look within yourself, and you got to take an inner shower every day. You got to rinse off the residue of all the rejection, all the things that didn't work, all the failure, all the disappointment. Let it go so you can grow. Because, y'all, a lot of y'all, do you realize that your fear of rejection and, oh, well, what if all that stuff ends up turning into what we call excuses, right? And your excuses are the kickstands that prevent you from literally going full throttle into your life and your destiny. We're doing a powerful, powerful masterclass about it tonight at 7 p.m. I'm giving you a special invitation to meet me on video, face to face, eyeball to eyeball. I want you to go to delatoro.com/no excuses, delatoro.com/no excuses. And I want you to register right now for our No Excuses Masterclass. We're doing a No Excuses Masterclass. And I want you to register for it right now. It's going to be a powerful, transformational time. Somebody type it in on Instagram for me. delatoro.com/no excuses. And I want you to register tonight to spend 2 hours with me live, face to face, on Zoom, eyeball to eyeball, so that we can connect and so that we can learn and we can grow and we can get rid of the excuses that have been holding us back from going after the life that we really desire. Because here's one of the things that I know with mathematical exactitude, my friend. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. And you cannot bring new goals for a new year and put them in old excuses and expect God to bless. It doesn't work like that. You missed it. I'm going to say it again. You can't bring new goals and a new year into old excuses and expect for God to bless. It does not work that way. You got to be willing to get rid of the old excuses that have been holding you back from going after the quality of life that you desire. I'm typing this in on IG for folks real quick. Give me 1 second. He said, that's fire. Come on, somebody. That's what I'm talking about. I want every one of y'all to go to this website, No Excuses, deltoro.com/no excuses. And I want you to register for our masterclass tonight. It's going to be absolutely incredible. My friend, if you've experienced rejection, that's right, Ebony, out with the old and in with the new. So vitally important. I see you, Sakisha. God bless you. I can't wait to work with you. It's going to be powerful. She said, you have blessed me today. Indeed. I see you, Minister Elijah. Appreciate you, my friend. Y'all, listen, I want to close this broadcast. I'm only going to go for about another 5 more minutes, but I want you to get this because I believe this is really, really powerful. And if you're enjoying these morning shifts, which are like 15, 20 minutes long, y'all come spend 2.5 hours with me later on tonight at 7 p.m. and come off this where right now I can't see your face. I can see your comments, but I can't see your face. So I want you to join me tonight on Zoom, on camera, so I can see you virtually. We can connect and I can coach you to the next level. Because at the end of the day, every high achiever, every peak performer, Will Smith and Will Smith's brand new movie just came out with Venus and Serena Williams. The best have one thing in common. They all have coaches. There's not a single guy. Guys, Muhammad Ali said, I'm the greatest. He didn't win his first boxing championship until Angelo Dundee came along. Michael Jordan was like, I'm the greatest. But he didn't win his first championship in basketball until Phil Jackson came along. My friend, at the end of the day, Tiger Woods had a coach. The best of the best, Mike Tyson, has a coach. The best of the best in any industry had a coach. Denzel Washington had a coach. Who was Denzel Washington's coach? Who was Denzel Washington's mentor? Sidney Poitier. Who was Chadwick Boseman's mentor? Felicia Rashad. Y'all, anybody who's amazing had coaches, had mentors, had people who pulled things out of them that made them better. Join me for the No Excuses Challenge. deltoro.com/no excuses. Because here's the truth. A great mentor and a great coach can take you to a place within yourself that you can't get to by yourself. I'm going to say it again. Come on, somebody. A great coach, a great mentor can take you to a place within yourself that you can't get to by yourself. That's why a trainer is so important. Justin, you know this. You coach entrepreneurs all the time in internet marketing. You have an incredible software. You're one of the most remarkable entrepreneurs that I know. I love you to death. But at the end of the day, you know the value of having great mentors in your life, having great coaches in your life. A great mentor, a great coach can take you to a place within yourself that you can't get to by yourself. deltoro.com/no excuses. Come hang out with me tonight for a little bit. It's going to be awesome. Listen, if you've ever experienced rejection, you're in good company. Let me share a couple things with you that I think is going to bless your life. Mark Victor Hansen and Jack Canfield were rejected 144 times. 144 times before Chicken Soup for the Soul finally got published. J.K. Rowling, billionaire. Harry Potter, billionaire. Her book was rejected 12 times by publishers before it was accepted. Steven Spielberg, ever heard of that guy? Guess what, y'all? He was rejected 3 different times from the USC College of Theater, Film, and Television. Steven Spielberg, 3 separate times he was rejected before he ever got accepted into the film and television school and theater school. Let's keep going. Tyler Perry, rejected multiple times by all kinds of theater houses and play and production houses. Continued to pursue, continued to persist, continued to make his dream happen. And now he's a billionaire. Walt Disney was fired from several jobs in his youth because they said he had no imagination and they said he had no creativity. Yet all of our family and friends go down every single summer to Orlando to see his big giant mouse. Come on, somebody. Y'all, rejection is hidden selection. I'll wait. You're in good company. Do y'all realize that Vincent van Gogh, the famous artist, when he was alive, sold 2 paintings in his entire life? Y'all, you are missing this, y'all. Vincent van freaking Gogh, in his lifetime, while he was alive, sold 2 paintings. That's rejection. I'm sorry, y'all. That's you know how many people rejected that cat? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., so many people when he was living hated him. And now we got streets in every city all across the world named after this remarkable world changer. But when he was alive, he got so rejected. Mahatma Gandhi, massive rejection. One of the greatest peacemakers on planet Earth, experienced massive rejection. Y'all ain't in the room. Come on, somebody. Oprah was told numerous times by local television stations that she wasn't TV material. What's my point, my friends? You know the point. You know the point. Rejection is hidden selection. If you didn't get picked for X, it's because you've been chosen for Y. I'm going to say that again. If you didn't get picked for X, it's because you've been chosen for Y. I got chill bumps all over me. I'm about to bless somebody. Watch this, y'all. You got to get this. I need every one of y'all to share this. This is all over me this morning, Ebony. Man, oh man, this is good. If you got rejected for X, it means you've been chosen for Y. Share this broadcast. And I need you to remember something. And I taught this in my Goldcast video. You have to learn to celebrate your own uniqueness. Again, one of the number one reasons why we experience rejection to begin with, y'all, is because we're seeking external, outside, extrinsic validation. External, outside, extrinsic validation. So one of the quickest ways you can turn that hush puppy around is by learning how to celebrate your own uniqueness. Celebrate your own uniqueness. Because if two of us are the same, one of us is unnecessary. I'll clap it up for myself because y'all ain't clapping for me. So I'm going to clap for my daggum self. See, I don't need your validation. I got my own validation. Celebrate your own uniqueness. Because if two of us are the same, one of us is unnecessary. I'll wait for 62 of y'all. Come on. Celebrate, my friends, your own uniqueness. Because if two of us are the same, one of us is unnecessary. And I'm going to bless your business and your brand right now with this one. Watch this, y'all. I need you to join me tonight for the no excuses. I need you to join me tonight. delatoro.com/no excuses. And you ain't got no excuse to not join me tonight. Iba kanda asaba. Come on, somebody. You ain't got no excuse for why you can't join me tonight. Listen to me. You got to learn how to celebrate your own uniqueness. If two of us are the same, one of us is unnecessary. And I want you all to go, when you're done with this broadcast, I want you guys to register for the No Excuses Challenge tonight. delatoro.com/no excuses. Make sure you get the book on Amazon, get the workbook on our website, shiftingtoahighergear.com. And I also want you to take this action. If you want more on this teaching, I want you to go listen to my podcast episode. I did a whole podcast episode on celebrating your own uniqueness. Right. So the name of my podcast is called Crushing Life with Del Toro. You'll absolutely love it. Find it on your favorite podcasting platform. Somebody type it in the comments. It's called Crushing Life with Del Toro. You will love those podcast episodes. Absolutely free content that'll take you to the next level. Now watch this. The reason why you have to learn how to celebrate your own uniqueness is because this is the last thing I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to go. Write this down for me, y'all. This is going to bless you. Justin, this is powerful, champ. Watch this. And I need every one of y'all to type this in the comments. Your dollars are in your difference. See, the reason why you got to learn how to celebrate rejection instead of fearing and shunning and leaving rejection is because your dollars are in your difference. I'm going to clap for myself. For myself, you just missed it. Your dollars are in your difference. It's your dollars are in. Come on, Maurice. Come on, Jimmy. Your dollars are in how you're different from others. If you are the same as everybody else, why should I buy you? If your software is the same, Justin, as everybody else, why should I buy yours? Come on, somebody. Right? If your journal, Ebony, is the same as everybody else's, why should I buy yours? Come on, somebody. If your podcast is exactly the same as everybody, why should I listen to yours? If your gymnasium is exactly the same as everybody else's, why should I attend yours? If your workout program is the same, if your nutrition plan is the same, listen, if two of us are the same, one of us is unnecessary. Your dollars are in your difference. So stop fearing rejection, man. If you got rejected, that means you've been chosen for something else, and that's where your dollars are. So I want you to spend some time over this holiday season getting clear about your distinction. I'm one of the best speakers on the planet because I don't talk bad about any other speaker ever. I never down talk any speaker. When clients call me to book me, they say, oh, we're looking at other speakers. I say, fantastic. Let me tell you the Del Toro distinction. Let me tell you the Del Toro distinction. And all I do is I educate my clients on what makes me different from everybody else that's out there. Your dollars, I don't know who I'm talking to today. Come on, somebody. Your dollars are in your difference. You got to get clear about what makes you different from others. And then you need to market that difference to the planet. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Your dollars are in your difference from someone else, not in your similarity to them. There's a difference I'm about to shout between Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts. I'll wait for 62 of y'all. I'll wait for 32 of y'all to get it. I'll wait for 700 of y'all to finally get where I'm coming from. There is a difference between Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts. There is a difference between Starbucks coffee. Come on, somebody, at 7-Eleven. Your dollars are in your difference. So what makes you different? And have you taken the time to really quantify that difference? And have you taken the time to communicate, articulate that difference? Because your cash is tied up in your ability to get clear about your difference and then to be able to, out of your mouth, articulate your difference to the people that have the pain that your problem, that your anointing, your gift, your business, your brand solves. You are the aspirin to someone's headache. I'm going to wait for 10 of y'all to share the broadcast. You are the aspirin to someone's, come on, Shantae, you're the aspirin to somebody's headache. The question is, how long are you going to let them hurt? Your dollars, your cash is hinged up in your ability to stop looking. See, this is why overcoming rejection is so important. You got to be on the masterclass tonight. deltoro.com/no excuses. You have no excuse to not join my challenge tonight. It's 2.5 hours on video. Let's connect. If you're enjoying this, which is 15-20 minutes, let's spend 2.5 hours together. It's that simple. You got to get clear about what makes you different from others. Come on, Jess. You got to get clear about what separates you from other people. What makes your oil change location different from someone else's oil change location? What makes your nonprofit different from someone else's nonprofit? It's your dollars are in your difference. So get clear about your difference, and then I need you to go out there and start to promote it. My man says you pumping energy and life into people today. Come on, somebody. Because some of y'all, watch this, you know your difference. Your problem is you won't articulate it. You won't communicate it. You won't convey it. And you need to work with me if that's the case, because that means that you have an issue with public speaking. You have an issue with standing flat-footed on stage and decreeing and declaring that you are the unapologetic solution to their pain. I'll wait. And as long as you hesitate about being the unapologetic solution to their pain, your money is tied up. Your money is tied up. Your money is tied up. Your dollars are in your difference. So welcome rejection. Rejection means I was chosen for something different. Oprah was chosen for something different. Tyler Perry, chosen for something different. Russell Brunson, chosen for something different. Brenda Bouchard, chosen for something different. Dr. Del Toro McNeil, chosen for something different. I've been called every Ninja Turtle known to man from the time I was 2 years old. You don't grow up with a name like Del Toro not realizing that you're different. So embrace your difference. I've never said that a day in my life. You are the unapologetic solution. Come on, somebody. And you have to learn how to start saying I am. That's why you need to get this book. Because I teach you about that's what you gotta join the challenge tonight, y'all. You gotta join the challenge tonight. You got to join you have no excuse. You got no excuse. You are the unapologetic solution. You are the Benadryl to someone's allergies. Be the unapologetic solution. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I pray that this morning has blessed you. And when you eat good, make sure you leave a tip. Okay? There's two ways you can tip me. I'm not going to give you my Cash App unless you want it. It's just my first name, $sign Del Toro, if you want to send a blessing. But what I want you to do is I want you to join me for the challenge tonight. deltoro.com/no excuses. I want you to join me for tonight's masterclass. That's number one. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to make sure you pick up this book if you don't already have it. Third thing I want you to do is I want you to make sure that you visit our website, shiftintoahighergear.com, just the name of the book.com. At the very top of that site, you're going to see something that says, get the workbook. You want to get this workbook. It is 108 pages of journaling and ninja-ness inspired by the book that will transform your whole life. Okay. So I want you to grab the workbook. Walda, love you, love you, love you. CTS fam, Trina, good to see you. Tampa fam, new Tampa fam in the house. Transplant from the ATL. Whoop, whoop. So get the book on Amazon. Get the workbook on the book website, shiftintoahighergear.com. Visit deltoro.com/no excuses and enroll in our incredible masterclass tonight so we can spend a little more time together. And I really, really want to encourage each and every one of you, especially those of y'all who are following me, who are influencers, who want to start to develop your public speaking, your presentation skills. You're ready to start getting out there and sharing your message and your story with the world in a big way. A lot of the people that are following my broadcast are graduates of one of my top programs. I have one of the only speaker training programs in the country. I've got the only speaker training program in the country that's been endorsed by both National Speakers Association and Toastmasters International. And that's called Crush the Stage. And so if you're ready for 2022 to be way different, my friend, one of your fastest paths to cash is your ability to speak, get on stages, live or virtual or hybrid, and telling your story, educating people about your business and your brand. And one of the best ways for you to do that is by coming through our speaker training, our presentation skills boot camp. It's called Crush the Stage. You can learn all about it at www.helpmecrushthestage.com. That's helpmecrushthestage.com. Somebody type it in the comments for me, helpmecrushthestage.com. It will take you to a whole different level. Our next cohort is happening in January, and I want you to be a part of it. I know it'll bless your life because Crush the Stage will teach you how to articulate your difference to the world. And that's what you need. You need to be able to get clear about your difference. And then you got to be able to go out and tell the world about your difference. And speaking and presentation, teaching, training, coaching. Cassandra, you know this, right? Is the fastest way to let the masses know about who you are and what you offer. Period. You tell me one influencer that you follow that's not leveraging public speaking and presentation skills in some way. Will Smith is doing these tours all around the country, and he's having his friends interview him about his new book. Jamie Foxx is doing the same thing. Gabrielle Union did the same thing, right? Brene Brown does the same thing. You can't tell me a single influencer. Victoria Osteen, Joel Osteen's wife, same thing. Michelle Obama, same thing. My friend, once you create success in anything, you immediately go out and you start talking about it. Your ability to speak, your ability to communicate, your ability to share your message and your story with the world is your fastest path to cash, period. There is an investment in that program. Pull out your card, invest, sign up, register, because that program you get a chance to spend 3 days with me. So if these 15 and 20-minute, 30-minute little sessions are transforming you, and I know they are, imagine spending a couple hours with me tonight, and then imagine spending a couple of days with me. I love you. Happy Tuesday. I will change your life if you let me. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you soon.